Please give a huge round of applause, everybody, for Zachary Levi!
How we doing, Salt Lake City? I just want you guys to understand this. I say this, I love you. I think that's what you said. It could have been something I blanked you or I don't know. I've said this multiple times to people outside of Salt Lake City. This is my favorite panel room in every convention I've ever been to in my life. This right here. I swear to you. I swear to you, it's the best because you guys are the best. You guys, you come to FanX, you're the best fans. You come with so much heart, you come with so much love, you come with so much appreciation. You pack this room and you make us, anyone who's up here, you make us feel so loved. And you guys understand how much I believe in the power of love, right? Do you understand how important that is? You understand how important? Is the power of love. Oh, by the way, is anybody coming to the karaoke concert tonight? Wonderful. Well, if you didn't know about it, there's a karaoke concert happening here at the Salt Palace in room 150, I think, or so. Oh, there it is. There's still some tickets left. I just want everybody to know who is coming to the concert tonight. So I was rehearsing it last night, and I started to kind of feel like I might be getting sick. I know. I'm not canceling. But my vocal cords are already getting fried. So I'm just giving you the disclaimer right now. If I start sounding like a dying cat, please bear with me. please have grace. But we're also going to have a lot of other fun celebrities that are joining us. Cooper Andrews is going to be with us tonight as well, and who was just here. So just if you would like to come, would love for you to come. It's all for Nerd HQ. It's all for helping to raise money to help pay for people's therapy who can't afford it. So if you can come, please, all the money goes toward that. Would love to see you there. I like to do this little thing when who's been to a Zachary Levi panel before? All right. So who's not been to a Zachary Levi panel before? Well, you're in for a treat. First and foremost, well, I guess it's not first and foremost. I've already been talking for a bit. Do me a favor. Turn to the person next to you and say, I'm so glad that you're alive, and I'm so glad that you're here right now. And mean it. Just bringing a little church to you guys. Just bringing a little church. It's important. It's important. It's important to say that to people, particularly people that you don't know. We are living, starting to feel it already. We are living in really wacky times, guys. And you know this, and you can feel it, and you can see it. What's happened in this state recently, you know it, you can see it. And if we don't start seeing each other as other human beings, if we don't start dehumanizing, if we don't stop dehumanizing each other, we're going to keep going down really wacky roads, right? So let's see each other as human beings. Let's love each other. Got to reach across that aisle. Got to reach across that aisle. You got to say, hey, I might disagree with you. I might not like what you have to say, but you have every right to say it, and I'm going to love you still because you are a child of God. Amen? We're going to keep doing that. So important. So, I'm going to try. I've gotten a lot better at this, at not dropping expletives, particularly in Salt Lake. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. Do it! So I'm just like wrecking more of my vocal cords right now. I love you! I should probably just like use the mic a little bit more and not shout. That would probably be better. I love you too! So listen, I don't like to do moderated panels. Not that I have anything against moderators. Moderators are wonderful. But I really just want to hang out with you guys and hear what you have to say and what you have to ask, if that's okay with you. So we have a line of questionnaires right over here. If you do have a question, I think this is the only line, right? Right over here? Over on that side? Okay, yes, I'm getting the thumb. There's a camera coming at me. So if you have a question, we also have a microphone here? Or no? Or yes? We do? We don't? We do? We don't? We do? We don't?
Testing.
Oh, there we go.
They come from there over to here.
Ah, thank you, sir.
Sorry.
Do you work here? No.
No, I just, Mr. Levi, I just wanted to say thank you for being you. Don't ever change.
Thanks.
But I really, my kids have been dying to ask you a question, and so I'm going to leave it to them. So.
Oh, wonderful.
All right. You want to say it?
You want to know how I invested in my SEP IRA? I'll tell you. You want to stay away from stocks and really get into bonds. It's a long-term play.
Well, they're getting a little shy.
It's okay. That happens.
Their favorite movie right now is Harold and the Purple Crayon.
Oh.
Severely underrated.
Thank you.
Severely underrated.
Thank you.
Anyway, they just wanted to know if you did have a real magic purple crayon, what would you draw?
This is going to sound a little philosophical, or a lot philosophical for that matter, but honestly, I would draw peace on earth. That's what I would be drawing. I don't need another plane. I don't need any things. I think.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I'm cute?
Sorry.
Well, thank you. I'll thank my parents for that one. Yeah, I think that we are, again, I know this is a little, lofty for the kids. Although, drawing a cool jet ski wouldn't be bad. But I think that we are overtaken with consumption. We are overtaken with materialism. We are overtaken with consumerism. We all are being programmed to like, oh, I need this thing and I need that thing and I need the new phone and I need the new bag and I need whatever all that stuff is. And the reality is, guys, we don't need almost any of that stuff. What we need is community. That's a huge thing. But by the way, that's one of the things I love about conventions. So much wonderful community at conventions, right? So many people that are really passionate about so many things, and you get to come together about that. You get to come together in your love for that. So genuinely, I would be drawing peace on earth. I would be drawing goodwill toward men. Whatever that looks like, that's what I would be drawing. So yeah, thank you for the question.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
God bless. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. Oh my God, I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous.
I'm not nervous, but I do have your nails.
Oh, wait,
See, I'm nervous. I got Chuck on my nails.
Nice.
Yeah. But anyway.
Nice.
My question for you is, if Chuck was living, breathing, here today, standing right next to you, what do you think his life would look like?
That's a great question.
Thank you.
And it's a question I would love to answer with a Chuck movie one day.
No!
Which, hey, listen. So at some point, I might need everybody in this room, or actually, that's a good question. Let me start there. Who here is a Chuck fan? It's a good answer. So I am actively and have actively been trying to get Warner Brothers, who owns the rights to Chuck, to be open to at least allowing me to go make a Chuck movie. I believe that the show, of all the shows that keep getting rebooted or movies that are made of shows, I feel like Chuck is so deserving of that. I think that you, the fans, are so deserving of that because we did kind of end the show on a little bit of a cliffhanger. And if you haven't seen the show, I won't spoil it for you, but you should go see the show. And I think we need to resolve that. At the very least, we need to resolve that and give everybody, right? So in order to do that, there might be a moment in the nearest future, I don't know, where I might, on the social medias, I might post to the world and I might say, hey, go to this website and say, raise your hand and say, I want this. And not only will I need you to sign that whatever, petition, I know there's some petitions that have floated around, but none of them have been really official, so none of them have really been, respected by the powers that high, right? So to do an official petition or an official website where I could send all of you people to it and say, if you want this, let me know. And it can't stop at you. You've got to then spread that all over the world. That becomes your mission beyond that, right? And if I can get enough of those signatures and even like commitments of, I would spend, $10 or I would spend $20 or I would spend money on this thing. I think we can make that thing happen. And I think that it would be cool, to go back to your question, what would Chuck and Sarah and Casey and Ellie and Awesome and Morgan, what would their lives look like 15 years down the road? Because we're almost there. I know it doesn't look it. And yet it also does. Look at all this gray, Jesus. Thank you. I'm not fishing for compliments. Oh, it's a big one. It's a big one. But I would love to answer that question. I don't know. What would their lives look like 15 years on?
I think Carmichael Industries would be like $1 billion industry.
You're saying Carmichael Industries would be $1 billion industry? You're probably right. Yep. Probably right. All right, that's my answer. That's my answer. Thank you. Thank you. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, it's cliche, but my family and I are huge fans of yours, and we love
Thank you.
Chuck.
Thank you.
We were wondering, so at the end, which you didn't want to spoil, but it's kind of awkward now because I'm going to spoil it.
Spoil it. Go ahead.
Thanks.
If you didn't watch the show, it's on you.
So, your wife in the show gets amnesia. Whose idea was that? Do you think it was a good one, if that's okay to answer? You don't have to. We can go back. And would you change, or what ending would you have preferred, or what would you have chosen?
Well, I don't know whose decision that was at the end of the day. Obviously, it was our writer-producers. I don't know whom in the room or collectively or whatever. Listen, to give them credit, I think that what they were attempting to do was create almost a loop with the show, right? So here's Chuck and Sarah on the beach in the beginning, and here's Chuck and Sarah on the beach at the end. And then Chuck explaining to Sarah, this was our journey, right? Kind of reminding her. And then if you go back and watch the show, it's almost like that's what he's doing. It's like, it kind of creates this fun little loop. I think that's what they were aiming for. I don't think ultimately that's what a lot of the fans felt. I feel like, after spending 5 years investing in this relationship, for it to be left on this place of like, well, did she remember, or does she tell us what happened? So no, I probably wouldn't have ended it like that. But again, that's above my pay grade. I don't know. How would I have ended it? Did I tell you about Sepp Iras? So, no, I don't know. I honestly don't know how I'd end. I probably would. I'm a happy ending guy. I like a real nice, let's button this up. Let's tie this in a nice little bow. Let's give the people that satisfaction. So whatever it would have been something like that. What's that? A chuckling? A little baby? A baby Chuck? Yeah. Little Charlie? Little Charlie? Yeah. Kind of like, what's the, in Incredibles?
Jack.
Jack. Yeah, a little Jack who comes out and all of a sudden it starts going like that, and the baby knows all the secrets. Yeah, something like that. That'd be fun. Something like that. Yeah, thank you. Great question. Appreciate it. Yes, sir?
I love all the projects you've been on, into.
Thank you.
But my question is, if James Gunn called you and asked you to reprise your role as Shazam, would you accept?
Of course. I mean, would you all want to see another Shazam? So yeah. It's such a great role. I mean, listen, I grew up watching Christopher Reeve's Superman and Tom Hanks in Big, and I got to be both in one movie. And it was so much fun. It was so much fun to tap into that child in me that is still very present because I am kind of, in Arrested Development in a lot of ways. I love being an actor. I love being able to play, roles that are not specifically me, getting to play this 14-year-old and 16-year-old, teenager, and all the energy that comes with that, and, trying to find moments that brought that to life, and also getting to be a superhero at the same time. It's so much fun. And also that we got to highlight a foster family along the way, and just, all of the the diversity, like, and genuine, actual, natural diversity that came with all of that. I think it was a really beautiful opportunity. I'm grateful that they gave me that opportunity. I'm grateful that I got to play that role. I'm grateful for all of you who went out and watched it, even the second one. I know it didn't perform like the first one, but I was still very proud of that movie. So yeah, man, if James or Peter or anybody at DC was like, hey, we're thinking about bringing it back, even if it was like, hey, we're going to go do a Justice Society, or we're going to do this, or we wanted you to come back for a cameo or whatever, it's like, absolutely, I'll go suit up again. It's a super fun role to play. Yeah. Hello.
Hey, growing up, in your younger years, you took some drama classes, acting classes. I was just wondering, what was your favorite character role, and what role did you work the hardest on your lines to do, and what was your favorite movie, and then what song are we going to sing for karaoke later?
Oh, you coming to karaoke?
Yeah.
All right.
What was your favorite role in character role playing when you were younger, maybe?
I don't know, man. I've slept since then, so I've forgotten a lot. But my daddy always used to say that. I'd ask him something. I don't know, son. I've slept since then. He would also say, like if people ask him, what do you like to be called, Daryl or whatever? He goes, oh, you can call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner. And I still say that to this day. Even though I would roll my eyes. You know how you like roll your eyes when your parents would say certain things, and then you become an adult and then you start saying those things? You're like, how old am I? What has happened? As a kid, I will say this. I played the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz twice. And I don't know what that means about what they saw in me up here. But at least they saw that I had a heart and courage. So I mean, that was a really fun role to play. I don't know. There were. Oh, you know what? I did a musical called Big River, which is the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn as a musical, and it's a fantastic show. And I played Huck, naturally, and that was amazing because I was literally on stage the whole time. Like as soon as Huck, because he also narrates the whole show. So as soon as I come in the beginning of the show, I'm on stage the entire first act, and I'm on stage the whole second act. And so that was a lot. And I was 16 years old, but it was a dream. I loved it so much. And the music's amazing. So I would say that, yeah. And what song are we going to sing in karaoke? I'm going to need your help, bro. Like I said, my vocal cords are fried. So... okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to have some songs that I'm going to sing. Who was at the concert that I did here a couple years ago? Yeah. Okay, so 2 years ago, it was basically all like big band and swing and stuff, and I love singing that stuff. And I'm going to do a few numbers that are some big band numbers. But then I'm also going to do some other stuff like some Weezer. I don't know if anybody loves some Weezer in here. I might struggle through some of that too. But I'm going to do some rock and pop and country and whatever. But also, we're going to have the opportunity for any of the fans that are coming to the show to get up and sing songs as well. But we're going to auction those off. These are going to be things where, like, for example, specifically, who wants to sing I See the Light from Tangled with me? Well, that's going to cost you. Okay? It's going to cost you. And it's going to be a bidding war. It's just like old classic, Nerd HQ, just like getting people. Again, it's all for fun and it's all for charity. So don't forget that. What's that? What about? Live your dream? Am I your new dream? What if I walk like that? What if this is just my natural gait? I don't know. You might get that. You might get that. I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of people who want to sing that song. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're going to figure it out tonight, and it's going to be fun and loose and crazy and whatever. And then also, I don't know who. Basically all the tickets are gone for tomorrow. Who's coming to the sketch, the movie showing tomorrow night? Wonderful. And then good old-fashioned Nerd HQ dance party on Saturday night as well. So anyway, we're going to have fun. Thank you for coming tonight. Appreciate it. Yes, Marty McFly.
What can I say? Huge fan, first FanX I've been to.
Welcome.
Yeah. But my question is, what is your favorite episode of Chuck?
Yes. I mean, I would say if I had to pick one, the first episode that I got to direct, which is in season 3, I think it ended up airing as episode 13 or something. It was called Chuck versus the Beard. And it was the episode where Morgan finally found out about everything that was going on. And that was special for myriad reasons. One, it was the first one I got to direct, and I was really grateful for that. But one of the most frustrating things about playing that role was I hated that I had to constantly lie to everyone in my life all the time. And it felt a little repetitive eventually. A helicopter's dropping me off in the courtyard. I'm like, no, I don't know what that was. And I was like, and Morgan was kind of like the first of like kind of, broke the yoke a little bit to like start, then other people started finding the secret. So that was my favorite, I think, yeah. Yeah, thanks. Yes, sir. You're welcome for the easiest cosplay ever created, by the way.
Yeah.
Actually, the Buy More green shirt might be easiest. It's just a polo with some print, but yes, go ahead.
My question would be, sorry, I'm a little bit nervous.
It's okay, don't worry about it.
FanX, I'm not great public speaking.
You're doing great.
What would be the funniest blooper moment that you had while making Chuck?
Probably every time Yvonne farted. That was a lot, guys. Let me tell you. No. Funniest blooper? Oh, man, I don't even know. I don't know. There were so many. Honestly, Josh Gomez and I, like, we were Chuck and Morgan. We were barely acting. Like, we would, I'm not even kidding. When I would bring my Xbox to work, and we would hook it up to the TVs in the Buy More, and we would play Gears of War. Like, that's not a joke. It's not a joke. I was reading Y the Last Man in my real life, and I came back to work that season, and the set deck had put Y the Last Man. They didn't know I was reading it. They put it into Chuck's bookshelves. It was like art imitating life, imitating art, imitating life. It was the craziest thing. But I would say that my favorite bloopers were just when Josh and I were trying to get through a scene and could not get through a scene because we just kept laughing. And so we would smack each other in the face. Like, that was just what we kept breaking. And it was like, if whoever was breaking, it was like, smack! We'd just smack each other in the face. That was fun. Yeah. Thanks. Great question. And well asked. You did very good. Public speaking. Yes. Hello.
Sorry, I'm a proud mom. That's my kiddo.
That's your kid.
That's my
Well
kid.
done.
Thank you. So first off, thank you for being an amazing actor. Thank you for being a better human. Like,
Thank
you're
you.
an amazing human. So thank you.
I
My
tried.
question is, if you could play any character at all, what would you play?
I should probably think about these things more often. Chuck. Yeah, this role called Chuck in a Chuck movie. I don't know. I don't know. I don't often think about things like that. There's just so many things on my plate at any given time, and now I've got a son that I love, and like that's my world, right? And so I don't often sit and think like, oh, what would be a dream role? Because I just allow God to bring the roles that come. And as God does do that, I get to continue to play roles that I love playing. And they all seem to fit into a part of my life that I need that role in that moment, you know? So I really don't know. That's a great question. I don't know that I'll ever really know the answer to that. I would love to play roles in more things that I would develop, ideas that I would like to develop, as opposed to waiting for other people to hire me to do roles, which is, I'm very grateful that they do that, but I can't, I wish I had a more satisfying answer for you, but I don't know. Thanks for the question, though. Yeah, absolutely. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Who is your least favorite character in Tangled?
Coming with the shade. Who was my least favorite character in Tangled? Well, I don't know. I don't know that I have I think all the characters in Tangled are fantastic. Like, they're so fantastically done. They're so fantastically made. You know, it'd be easy to say, well, my least favorite is the evil, Mother Gothel. But she's a fantastic character. You know what I mean? Like, she's so good. Mother Knows Best is such a fantastic song. Yeah. It would be easy for me to say Maximus, because he was a real pain in my, tuchus. Also, some of you have heard me rant about this before. How is it that Maximus got a pop before Flynn got a pop? That made me angry, bro. Angry. I don't need a pop because I'm gorgeous? All right. I love all the compliments I'm getting. This is very nice. Okay, enough already. But, they did. They got my nose right. The pop got my nose right. That would be funny if they made another pop that had like a whack. I don't have a least favorite character. It's a great question because it's subversive. No one was going to ask, or no one thought you were going to ask me something like that. You really put me on the spot. The Stabbingtons. How about that? The Stabbington that didn't talk. Because what is he offering to the conversation? Nothing. There you go. There you go. Hi.
I'm just wondering, what was your favorite part of Shazam?
His heart. It's honestly my favorite part of playing a lot of the roles that I've gotten to play. It's Chuck, it's Flynn, it's Billy, Shazam. The wizard chose Billy because of his heart. It wasn't because he was hyper intelligent or wise or experienced, or he was a child, right? But when you give that level of power to someone, it's their heart that ultimately dictates how that power affects the world. And Billy had a heart that cared and was sacrificial and really literally laid his life on the line in order to save his family and to save the world. And so I think that's my favorite part of playing Shazam, for sure. Yeah. And the lightning with my hands. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
So, I have a very important question. Yeah.
I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah. So, you have to think on this very hard, okay?
Okay.
What is your favorite type of cheese?
Oh, I knew someone was going to ask this. Oh. All right, let me think on this really hard. Sweet. Piment. What is my favorite kind of cheese? Gouda. I like a good buffalo mozzarella. But I also love me some Parmesan.
Yeah.
Some good baked brie, melted with like the cranberries, Listen, you can keep your pepper jack, all right? I love pepper jack too. It's a trick question because all cheese is fantastic. Actually, no, I take that back. Anybody who is shoving that stinky ass, like, whatever, like that really stinky, horrible, like blue cheese, Gorgon, I don't know. I don't understand you. You're weird people. I love you. You're children of God, and I love you. But you can keep all that stinky, smells like dirty feet cheese. I don't understand it. What? Ghost pepper cheese? I mean, go with God, brother. Do you watch Hot Ones? Great question. Thank you. I'm going to lock that away. I'm going to ask somebody else that soon. Thank you. And what is your question?
Hi.
Hi.
You're going to have to think very hard on this.
Another one?
Sorry. What was your all-time most favorite scene to film in Tangled?
Well, technically, I didn't film any scenes in Tangled.
know what I mean.
But I would say that, I mean, obviously, you know, I See the Light in the Lantern is iconic and beautiful and wonderful, and that's an incredible scene, right? But I really love the whole bar scene of The Ugly Duckling. I just think it's such a great song. It's upbeat, it's fun, it's such classic like Mencken, you know, type of music. But I also love that, again, it's kind of subversive. I mean, you're with this Disney prince who is watching this insanity in front of him, and he's like, who are all you crazy people, and why are you breaking out into song? He's like, no, I don't do that, thank you. And then, whonk, all the swords, which I love has become like a complete meme for anybody who has an opinion that happens to cross anybody else. Kind of used to that at this point in my life. Art imitating life. But yeah, I just think it's just so fun. It's so upbeat and it's fun, you know, and so I love that scene. Also, I love it when I injure Flynn, Eugene, Horace, Tangled the series fan in the back. They're like, Horace! But when I injure my hand and we come up out of the water and Rapunzel heals me, and then I just rattle off all of those words, and I'm like, I can't do it for you. I can't remember it. But that was really fun. I mean, really all of it. I mean, I was such a huge Disney nerd as a kid. I dreamed that I would be in a Disney animated musical one day. And not only did I get to be in a Disney animated musical, I got to be in one of the best. Bias, I know I'm biased, but also kind of the best Disney prince. I mean, other than Aladdin, who got his own movie, and I'm a huge Aladdin fan, I think Robin Williams' Genie is probably the greatest animated role ever. But I think that Flynn was, you know, he's just great. He's like the Han Solo of Disney princes. He's a scoundrel and a scallywag, and you know, yeah. So I liked all of them. Yeah, thank you. Hi.
Hi. I just need to say, my mom absolutely adores you.
Well, she has excellent taste.
Yeah. My question is, we've seen Flynn and Tangled, and they have a little cameo in Frozen, which we know they still have them in the mind, and the Tangled series. Would you be okay or be happy to do Tangled 2?
Oh, yeah, I would love for them to make a sequel to the Tangled movie. I don't know that they will. I feel like that ship's probably sailed at this point. I mean, we got the series. The cool thing about the series, though, is that, you know, if we were to do a second movie, that's like 90 minutes, right? You know, you get to play that role for 90 more minutes. But because of the series, we did 3 seasons of that, which was far more than 90 minutes. So I got to be Flynn a lot longer than if we got to do a second movie. So I don't know, yeah. And then people have also asked me, like, you know, would you like to, you know, play Flynn if they did a live action version of the movie? And I was like, well, that might be creepy. He can be 24 tops. Like that can't, you know. But I think it would be fun if they make a live action movie, which I don't know that they will. I don't know. I know that they were thinking about it, but it kind of got put on pause. But if they did, I think it would be really fun if Mandy and I got to be like the king and the queen, like, you know, Rapunzel's parents. Little cameo, little, like, you know, nod to what we did. But yeah, thanks. Hi. Are you Gwen?
What's your favorite from Purple? What's your favorite friend?
From Harold and the Purple Crayon.
From Harold from the Purple Crayon.
You are so adorable, I can't even take it. Who was my favorite friend in Harold and the Purple Crayon? Well, you know, Moose and Porcupine, right? Those are my best friends from Harold's world, and they came with me into the real world, and we went on a big adventure together. So I would say probably Moose and Porcupine, right? Yeah, does that work? Good? Good with you? Okay, great. Checks out. Thank you so much. Hello.
Hi. Besides Tangled, obviously, what's your favorite Disney movie?
It's like asking an alcoholic what their favorite drink is. Oh man. Well, I said Aladdin. I mean, Aladdin's probably, you know, it's way up there. I'd say it's way up there. But all of them for a long stretch. Are we including Pixar movies or just? Well, now we're making it harder. And also live action Disney movies, or just animated?
Just animated.
Okay, fine. Cause like OG Swiss Family Robinson, guys. I wanted to live in that treehouse so bad. I wanted to ride zebras and ostriches and throw coconut bombs. Young crowd in here, apparently. It's a banger. Go check it out. I love that they brought it back to Disneyland, too, because they switched it over to Tarzan's Treehouse, and I was like, what are you doing? And now it's back to Swiss Family Robinson. But, well, honestly, there's so many great ones. It's really difficult. It's a great question, because it's a very difficult question. But I will say this, that the Menken Ashman, like all of that, like classic Renaissance, you know, Disney as a kid when I was growing up, Beauty and the Beast and Little Mermaid and Lion King, I mean, all of it. That's fantastic. But I also loved, as a kid, I was born in 1980. In fact, my birthday's on Monday. Hey! Turning 29 again. But growing up in the 80s, the Disney Channel was just the vault. There wasn't really original programming. It was like they had a cable channel all of a sudden. They're like, what do we put on there? They're like, I don't know, get all the old stuff and put it on there, just put it on the thing. So like watching Pecos Bill and Paul Bunyan and Johnny Appleseed and all of those, like, oh my God, loved them. Mighty Casey at the bat, like all of those things. I loved them so much. But if we're gonna include Pixar, the first 10 movies were genius movies. And even beyond that, I will tell you that I don't know, like there have been movies that I've wept at. And Pixar has been a lot of those movies. I mean, watching that opening sequence from Up, right? You're like, oh, I'm in for a fun, joyous ride. And you're like, what is this dagger doing in my back? Oh, if found, please return to Lassiter. Okay. But great, right? I mean, that's what Walt Disney understood, is that it's not making movies for kids. You're making movies for everyone. You're making a movie like a true 4-quadrant movie. And I love that. I love being able to be moved to laughter and to tears in the same film. Inside Out, the first one, amazing. Inside Out 2, have you guys seen Inside Out 2? I have. Actually, I should have asked this earlier. We've only got a few minutes left, but I'm going to do this right now. And I think this is important. This is one of the things I like to do at my panels because I think it's incredibly important for context and for all of us to understand each other. Raise your hand if you struggle with stress in your life. And by the way, look around if you want. Just look around. Look behind you, right? Hands down. Raise your hand if you struggle with anxiety in your life. Hands down. Raise your hand if you struggle with depression in your life. Guys, we're all struggling. We're all struggling. We're all dealing with these things. In one way, shape, or form, we're all struggling with these things. They're human conditions. And this is why we got to love ourselves. This is why we got to love each other. Because it's hard. Life is hard. I watched Inside Out 2. And they introduce, if you haven't seen it, they introduce anxiety into the story. I could not stop crying. My girlfriend was sitting next to me. My girlfriend, I know, also, I'm not embarrassed about this. We should all cry. It's important. Especially guys. Especially us guys. But I'm watching this movie, and I'm watching anxiety portrayed in this funny, wacky, animated form in this young girl's head. And I silently weep. Like, I didn't want to audibly weep because everyone in the theater would have been like, this guy is out of his mind. Like, something is, did he stab himself? How bad is the popcorn? I saw myself and that anxiety represented in this form, and it wrecked me. But it's beautiful. So that's up there. That's up there as well. But also all the other ones I was talking about too. Yeah. Thank you. Great question. Hi.
Hey, first off, I would like to say that you and I share the same first name. And
Bob?
secondly,
no.
Do any of your friends, even after the show Chuck ended, ask you to, and I quote, stay in the car, Chuck?
No. No, they haven't. But maybe one day, if we ever get the Chuck movie made, maybe they'll be asking me that again. Yeah. Thank you for the question. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. She's looking back at my mic. What do I do? What do I do?
What was the first thing you drew when you were in Harold and the Purple Crayon?
What was the first thing that I did in Harold and the Purple Crayon?
Drew.
Oh, what was the first thing I drew? Well, you tell me. Well, in the animated sequence, it starts in the beginning, and I drew kind of what's in the book, right? A lot of the same stuff in the book. And then once I go into the real world, I drew stuff. A bike. Was the bike the first thing I drew? It was a bike. Clearly. I feel like did I draw something? It was a bike. It was that tandem bike for me and Musta. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. What would you draw if you had a magic purple crayon? I know, it's a lot, right?
I would draw my own world.
You draw your own world. Exactly. With lots of love and peace in it, right? Right? She's like, no, everybody's going to be fighting each other. No. Thank you for the question. That's a wonderful question. Thank you. By the way, at what point in your life did you realize, because like when I was a kid, all I would do is call them crowns, right? How many people? Crowns. Where's my crowns? Where's my crowns? And then at what point in my life did I call them crayons? When I made that movie, probably. Oh, Crayon. Oh, okay. Hi.
First of all, I just want to say I love you.
I love you too.
My sister also wanted me to tell you that.
Tell your sister I love her too.
Okay, I will. I just wanted to ask you what it was like after Chuck ended and if you were able to keep in contact with any of your co-stars.
Yes, I keep in contact with all. We're all on a chat thread. We're all on a thread. We check in with each other on birthdays or things, and everyone's off doing life. It's one of the unfortunate things that if you're blessed enough to be on a show like that, and we did it for 5 years, I mean, everybody comes real close. And then once it ends, unfortunately, everyone's off, trying to still make life work and working on other projects and having families and all that stuff. But so it was, I don't know, it was very bittersweet, the ending of that show, because it was a really hard show. Like, to make that show was really hard. We didn't have enough money and we didn't have enough time. Not nearly as much as other shows that were doing much better. Like, that's the way it all works. Like, if you're a massive, huge smash success, well, then the studios and networks want to give you a lot more money to go keep making the thing. Well, as a lot of you know, we were almost canceled every single season. In fact, a lot of you ate a lot of Subway sandwiches in order to make sure that we didn't get canceled. Thank you for putting on those extra LBs with all those carbs. But it was hard. It was a really hard fought show to make, and we had crazy hours, and so and that's difficult on your mental and emotional and physical well-being. So we got to the end of the show, and there was a relief about it. And then also, you're sad because I don't get to go to work and I don't get to see all these people every single day and people that I really, really loved and really appreciated, and I still do to this day. Yeah. What? Record a what? Oh, record you guys saying hello? Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, wait. Wait, I got to get my phone. Hold on. Thank you. And I think, is this the last question? Or do we have more time?
This is our last question.
Oh! Oh, hold on. Before we get to that. Okay, hold on one second. You guys ready? All right. Hey, Yvonne and Josh and Sarah and Ryan and Vic and Scott and Robbie and Adam and everybody else. I'm here at FanX, as you can see from the thing behind me and the microphone I'm holding in my hand. And there are thousands of people here. And okay, wait. And on the count of 3, you're all going to say hi. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they kind of like you a little bit. Wonderful. Okay, one more question. No pressure.
No pressure. None at all. Just want to say, my wife loves Tangled. I love Chuck. This one, she's a fan of you too, but she wakes up singing Golden. Don't be offended. But I just want to say, like, I'm a big fan. Everything you've done has just been magical in some form or way, and it's touched us through. I mean, I grew up watching you as a high school, and now I'm like old, right? So
it happens.
Yeah, I know, right? Sneaks up on you. But I just want to say, man, what can we support you in? What's in the pipeline? What do you got next?
Thank you. That's an excellent question.
Also, just one note. I don't know if you've heard of Kickstarter, but I'm pretty sure we would help you fund the next Chuck movie if you look into it. Just saying.
Well, thank you. I appreciate everything that you just said. You almost made me cry again, which is not hard. I'm a crier, as you all witnessed. Well, as far as kickstarting a Chuck movie, so I think Kickstarter is awesome when it comes to like technology or products or things like that. But let's be honest. Movies, particularly, I mean, Zach Braff, way back in the day, he kickstarted a movie. He got hell for that. Because a lot of people are like, what are you, you're an actor, you're Hollywood, you're elite, you've already got all this money. What do you need our money for? So it's hard, right? And way back in the day, I did a Nerd HQ event, and we did a Kickstarter for it, and I got hell for that. So it's really hard to do a lot of these things because I think the optics can be difficult. Also, for what it's worth, I don't love this idea of these echelons of if you pay X amount of dollars, you get this, but if you pay $1,000, then you get all this insider access and everything else, because I want to democratize it better than that. I don't want to just reward the uber wealthy. I want to give everybody the kind of similar experience if you want to be able to do that. And by the way, I'm working on a new type of platform that is not just like, it's not a Kickstarter. It's more like, I think that what we could do is, as artists, we could tap into what the video game industry has been doing for a long time, which is just pre-buying and being able to get people like, you go pre-buy Call of Duty, well, you get those extra little bits, and everybody can get that. And it's not just like, oh, the uber wealthy get that kind of stuff, right? So I think we can work on stuff like that. There might be a crowd, not crowd fund, but like some kind of crowd, participation in whatever the Chuck movie is going to be beyond even just going to a website or something like that. But so I've thought a lot about those types of things. As far as what you can support me in, I will be doing, as I've just talked about crowdfunding and how I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I do think there's ways to do it in a better way. So I'm building a movie studio in Texas. Yeah. I think that Hollywood has been broken since the beginning. I think that Hollywood does not value the artists, and it doesn't value you, the audience. I don't believe that it does. And I think that Charlie Chaplin and Mary Pickford and Douglas Fairbanks and all those OGs back in the day when they started United Artists, they understood that. They understood that they, the artists, needed to be more in control of their own fate and in control of making excellent quality content and entertainment because the audiences deserve that, not just things that are thrown together by a committee and then just marketed really heavily, and then we go see these things that we think are supposed to be great, and now we've spent our money and we're in the theater and we're like, this is I don't know. And then we do all these mental gymnastics trying to rationalize the money that we spent because we don't want to walk out of the movie because we've already spent the money. We're in the theater. We drove there, all right? So now what we do is we sit through a lot of bad movies and we're all just trying to like find the things about it that are redeeming or that we like. And then we walk out and we go, yeah, well, I like this thing and I like that thing. I'm like, yeah, but was it actually good? Was the whole thing actually good? And oftentimes they're not. Right? And so I think that we're getting hosed left, right, and center on that. And I want to build a new United Artists. I want to build a place where artists have more control over their own fate and where we can make really excellent stuff. Amen. Yeah. And then be able to pre-sell that to you guys or sell it to you guys or whatever it is. Also, that's another thing. I don't think we should be doing subscriptions anymore. I think we're all just buried in subscriptions. And I think we could go back to an a la carte model where it's like, you want to buy this movie and also own that movie? Not just, I have a subscription. By the way, how many people are like buying a movie on Amazon but you're already subscribed to Amazon, but now you're buying a movie on Amazon, and then you find out you actually don't even own that because they could take it away at any time. And I think all of us kind of want something physical again. I want to go back to like having a physical DVD or Blu-ray. Or even like some cool like collector old VHSs that we can make, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think there's really fun ways that you can do all that. So I will be, at some point in the nearish future, I don't know. Again, follow me on social media and I'll talk about all these things, but there will be some kind of a crowdfundish thing that can help me build that studio, help me build that future for us, for you, for everybody else. So there's that. And then as far as individual projects are concerned, I have a movie that's coming out on November 7th. It's called Sarah's Oil. And it's a beautiful, true story. It's about a young girl named Sarah Rector. She was a young 10-year-old black girl in Tulsa, Oklahoma in like 1913 when Tulsa, Oklahoma was not very welcoming to anyone who was black. And she and her family were previously slaves of one of the indigenous tribes because back in the day, everybody had slaves. And when the United States outlawed slavery, all the indigenous tribes outlawed slavery. And then the previous slaves became members of that tribe. And so when the United States gave land to the tribes, she, as a 10-year-old girl, got 160 acres, and she could read and write, and she had deep faith and intelligence, and she was reading the newspaper. She saw that the oil boom was coming across the nation. She went to her land, she prayed over her land, and she believed that God told her that there was oil in her land, and she went and hired a wildcatter oil man to help her get that oil out of her land and fight off all of the racist flowers of the killer moon dudes who were trying to take it from her and kill her family. And as it turned out, she had the largest, purest oil reserve in all of North America. She became the richest woman in North America in Tulsa, Oklahoma at that time, and nobody knows that story until now. So that comes out on November 7th, and I would encourage all of you guys to go see that. And follow me on social media, and I will keep giving updates for that and other things as we go. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really
everybody, please give a huge round of applause, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
For Zachary Levi.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, wait. We're going to do a crowd shot. Wait 1 second, guys. Pull out your phones, and then we have a special gift for Zachary. So we're going to do this right here. Zachary, have you stand right here in that white line. Pull out your phones, guys. Pull out your phones. Pull out your phones and turn your flashlights on. Turn your flashlights on. Turn those flashlights way on. And then, Zachary, if you'll turn around and face the camera. On the count of three, guys, I want you guys to go nuts. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now, we have a special thing here. We want to talk. Come here, Zachary. Come here, Lily.
Hi, Zach. Hi. Okay, so quickly, funny story. I was walking through the convention, and some random guy came up to me. He's like, do you want this vacuum? And I'm like, sure. So I take this vacuum, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with the vacuum? So I'm talking to my Uncle John, and he's like, you should get it signed. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. But then I was like, what if we get it signed for Nerd HQ to donate to charity?
Yes!
So we've got some signatures so far.
So we have some signatures. We have David Foley signed it, Thomas Lennon, Dylan McDermott, Henry Thomas, and Cedric Yarbrough. We're going to auction this vacuum off for Nerd HQ charity. This vacuum doesn't suck. Zach, you like that? Can you, Zach, he's going to sign this right now.
I'm going to sign it right now.
All of you guys right here. When he signs it, we need you guys to go super crazy. Ready? All right.
Heck yeah.
You have a chance, guys. You can bid on this. This is going to be getting more signature throughout the weekend, and then we're going to auction off, and all the money's going to Nerd HQ, which goes for mental health. Thanks one more time, guys. A huge round of applause.
Thank you, everybody.
Zachary
Love
Levi.
you. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Love you, Salt Lake. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Love yourself, love yourself, love yourself, and love each other. God bless you guys. We'll see you soon.